Okay, this is going to be a fun one. This woman here is discovering what we all already know. Canada is expensive AF. They're whining about it. They've only been here for maybe a month or so. First, though, I'm going to play this video from about a month ago. Her explaining why she needed to flee America to come to Canada. It's very funny. Let's watch.
This is day one as a refugee in Canada. We made it across the border yesterday afternoon, and we're in an Airbnb now. I don't have a home. My forwarding address is a friend's in America. I only have 6 months to figure something out, but I'm just telling myself over and over again.
So again, at this point, I don't really understand the entire story, but as she keeps talking, it kind of pieces itself together.
What if it all works out? What if it all works out? Because that's possible too, you know? Some people can choose to leave and some people are forced to leave. And I am one of the ones that have been forced to leave.
So I guess she's saying she was forced to leave America. Not exactly sure why, but again, you kind of see the reasons as we move along.
I think a lot about like Jews in Nazi Germany, and for a long time I was like, why didn't they get out? You know, like the signs were so clear and things were so bad for so long. Why didn't they get out? And the reality is that a lot of them tried.
So obviously this is incredibly crazy and delusional. It's like she's living in a movie inside of her own head. I mean, from what I gathered there, it appears she was in America. He thinks that it's becoming like Nazi Germany and then flees to Canada and is like, oh, I'm in an Airbnb now. We crossed the border. This is not a movie, and you're not the main character. I mean, you can be the main character in your own delusions if you want, but if you put it on the internet, people are going to laugh at you like me. Now, we're going to play this video from very recently, posted just 2 days ago. Breaking: leftists who fled to Canada are now begging online for free housing after discovering the cost of living and healthcare are worse than in the US, saying they cannot work on visas, are burning through their savings, and are struggling to afford skyrocketing rent. And you'll see where she chose to flee to, the most expensive part of the country.
I'm a scholar of the far right who has fled the United States to Canada, and I need help.
I don't know what that means. A scholar of the far right. Is that self-proclaimed, or what is that? I've never heard that before.
The situation in Canada is absolutely dire. For Americans who don't know, the housing crisis here is worse than in the United States. I lived in LA for 6 years, and I have not faced rent as bad as here. When my partner, our cat, and our dog fled the United States, we headed north with the goal of being close to where our families are located, which is on the West Coast. So we are now in British Columbia. More specifically...
Okay, I don't know if people fleeing places that you're comparing to Nazi Germany typically bring pets. You brought 2. What is this, Noah's Ark? And then a simple Google search would have shown you that British Columbia has some of the most expensive real estate, the most expensive rental market, etc., in the entire world. If it's not number 1, it's maybe 2 or 3. Singapore, maybe somewhere in Switzerland, but the Vancouver housing market is out of this world.
British Columbia.
Why didn't you pick somewhere like rural Manitoba if you're actually fleeing the U.S.?
Specifically, we are in the Sea to Sky Highway in the Greater Vancouver area. We are attempting to find housing in the western side of this region. My partner and I are here on a visitor visa, which is a 6 months possible stay for Americans. But while you're here on a visitor visa, you can't work. So we are currently surviving off of what savings we could get together before we fled the United States.
Look, I don't think this is rage bait. I think this is truly the most insane video I've seen posted on the internet. It might be number 1. Again, I do not think that this is rage bait. If it is, they're very good at it, but this seems very genuine.
And that's not terribly much. And in Canada, I think it's actually the cost of living crisis is worse here, especially when you are shut out of the healthcare system, when you can't access any of the resources that Canadians have access to. And that's understandable. You know, I'm not a citizen of the country, but it is making the financial situation dire because we can't work. Because there are two adults, a cat and a dog.
I'm not sure I'd consider you an adult, to be totally frank.
We are looking for more than a room, but a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom for free or below market rates. And I know that's a huge ask, but
I'm also going to say it. That's white privilege. That's what the left would say. I think this is legitimate white privilege. You think somebody, an Indian guy, could get on here that barely can speak English? Somebody let me stay for free. Maybe someone would say that knows them. Hey, you can sleep on the mattress in the corner. She's asking for a studio 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. So like their own actual place to live to, I guess, satisfy their delusion that they're fleeing the U.S.
What we need. Canadians have been asking where I'm located and what I need because y'all are such lovely human beings. This is the ask. If you could...
The ask, like an entire place, a whole proper setup for free or below market rates, whatever that means.
If you could help me by interacting, reposting this video, I would very much appreciate it.
I guess I'm helping her.
To get this out there, as horrified as I am to be revealing my location, because I'm trying to find a way to get us housing. So if you are on Vancouver Island, if you are in the Vancouver or Surrey area with a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, let us know. We can pay rent, but it would probably have to be below market rate. Please let me know if that's possible. You can leave a comment and I'll get in touch with you.
Again, legitimately, this is white privilege because maybe some other radical leftist loon will do this. I mean, maybe. And just like they'll regret it probably, but oh yeah, stay here for like a month until you... What are you even trying to figure out if you can't work in Canada? What is the long-term goal here? Obviously, there is none. It's all very performative and strange. That's why it seems like rage bait, but I honestly don't think it is. I think I'm pretty good at deciphering rage bait, although I don't think anybody's perfect at it.
You or DM me. I will be checking my messages regularly. I will be paying very close attention to this post. If we can't find housing, we're going to have to leave, and I don't know where we'll go. So I hope that this works.
How about somewhere where you can work?
Thank you.
Holy man. I've never, let me know what you think about that in the comments. That is unbelievable. I'm going to play just like maybe 20 seconds or so of this video because apparently this guy has the same idea. And again, I don't think it's bait. It's from November of 2025. And again, I'm just going to play maybe 20 seconds or so.
Well, here we are. It's Friday, and we are just literally minutes away from the border to Canada as we flee the U.S. Who would have thought at age 60 that this would be our day and our plan and our actions?
Enjoy Canada, dude. Expect like Tennessee. You probably are going to have a massive wake-up call when you see how expensive everything is in Canada, especially relative to, I think, Tennessee. It'll be probably twice what you were paying down there if you go anywhere that most people would go, like Vancouver, Toronto. Montreal's a little less expensive, but it definitely helps to speak French there. So, I mean, good luck. Anyway, I'll finish the video there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please like, please subscribe. Have a great day.